What's up, everyone? Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to talk about splitting and why that creates turbulence in a relationship with someone who has borderline personality disorder and even narcissistic personality disorder. So splitting is a psychological mechanism which allows the person to tolerate difficult and overwhelming emotions by seeing someone as either good or bad, idealized, or devalued. This makes it easier to manage the emotions that they are feeling, which on the surface seem to be contradictory. Although I understand what splitting is, it's a concept that has always been hard for me to grasp. I could explain it, but could I really feel it? So, where do you lie in terms of understanding what splitting or seeing people in black or white actually means? So, a key to splitting would be if you hear the words never or always, none or all. Those are both complete opposites, and they also represent all or nothing sort of thinking. The difficulty with splitting, because I feel like I'm finally understanding it at a deeper level when it comes to getting along with someone with borderline personality disorder. The problem is when somebody splits, you're either fantastic or you're awful. So then there's no negotiating in the middle. If you see things in gray, then that gives you room to negotiate. That gives you room to say, hey, but look at it this way. Like if you have a disagreement with somebody who's a borderline, or let's say you say something and they take it and they twist it into something else, then you are a terrible, rotten person. And now I hate you. I don't want to be around you at all. I don't want to spend any time with you. You make my life miserable. And it could be something super simple. Like you could say, that color, I don't think that color is maroon. Now that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but it can feel like it's that simple. Like they're telling you, no, that color is purple. And you're saying, well, no, it might be purple, but to me, it looks like it's more of a maroon color. And now you're in trouble because you you see things in a way that I don't. And so now you're an awful, horrible, rotten person and you're trying to explain to the person, but it's just a color. But to a borderline, it's not just a color. It's you are slighting me by your statement. And so now I don't want to have anything to do with you. Forget spending the holiday with you. I don't want to be around you. So to a borderline, it's as though you have stolen something from them or you have committed a heinous crime. That's what borderlines will do when it comes to splitting. You are now terrible instead of this is something we can negotiate. This is something that we can arrive at new conclusions about. This is something that we can discuss. Maybe you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. But with borderline, that's what makes the relationship so hard because their splitting also creates splits in relationships, splits in friendships, splits in family bonding because now you're horrible, you're awful, and I don't want to have anything to do with you. And like I said, the splitting causes you to be either really great or really horrible. So now there's no room to negotiate. There's no room for discussion. There's no room for looking at things from a different angle. There's no room to explain that's not what I meant, or you're taking this and you're turning it into something much bigger than I actually intended. Like it's no big deal. To them, you are terrible. And so it just puts everything at a halt. It puts the other person in a position where they can't win at all. And it just makes relationships really difficult and hard to get out of. And that's why people end up trying to walk on eggshells with borderlines. But I don't know if that's really fair either. So let me know if you've had experience with someone who splits. And if you are a borderline, do you split? Do you recognize when you're splitting with somebody? Because I think that's a key to not having volatile relationships with people, is understanding when you're splitting. But like I said, I struggle with that concept myself, so I can only imagine how difficult it would be for a borderline to actually grasp when they're doing that. So let me know in the comment section what you think. Also, check out my book, The Workplace Narcissist, which is all about narcissists. I think you'll like the book. It's on Amazon, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.